Hi everyone, welcome to the Her Sacred Place channel. Today we will be discussing endometriosis. If you haven't already, make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel so you will be notified each and every time I upload a new video. Alrighty then, let's talk endometriosis. Endometriosis is a disorder in which tissue that normally lines the uterus grows outside of the uterus. It is believed to affect up to 10% of menstruating women, so it is a very common disorder. The tissue can be found in the ovaries, fallopian tubes, or intestines. With endometriosis, the endometrial-like tissue acts as endometrial tissue would. It thickens, breaks down, and bleeds with each menstrual cycle. Let me say that again. These cells do what they are programmed to do even though they are not in the uterus. That is, they thicken, grow, and bleed over the course of every menstrual cycle. Unlike the endometrial tissue along the inner uterine walls, this tissue has grown in places other than that and has no way to leave the body, so it can become trapped and lead to cysts and many other major problems. There are 4 stages of endometriosis depending on the size, location, and depth of the endometrial implants. In the first stage, the minimum stage, there are small lesions and very shallow endometrial implants on the ovary only, and there may be a little bit of minor inflammation around the pelvic cavity. The second stage, also known as the mild stage, has very light lesions and shallow endometrial implants on the ovary and the pelvic lining. As we move into the third stage or the moderate stage, this has very deep implants on the ovary and the pelvic lining, and there may be small lesions in other places also. The most severe state or the fourth stage has deep implants on the pelvic lining and the ovaries. There may be lesions on the fallopian tubes and bowels at this stage of endometriosis. Now let's talk a little bit about what causes endometriosis. The exact cause of endometriosis is unknown, but there are a few theories out there. Most of these theories involve the transformation theory, in which cells are transformed somehow into endometrial cells, and that is how they are found in other parts of the body. Another theory is known as the cell transport theory. Here, it is believed that the lymphatic system transports endometrial cells to other parts of the body where they get stuck and remain there. Have you ever heard of retrograde menstruation? Well, this is when menstrual blood flows back through the fallopian tubes and into the pelvic cavity instead of down the uterus and out of the body. Some people believe this is the cause of endometriosis because the endometrial cells stick to the pelvic walls and organs during the backward flow. Another cause is believed to come from C-sections. This, especially in those which find the endometrial cells in the abdomen. These proponents believe that the endometrial cells can spread at the time of surgery, and the cells can implant in the abdominal incision, so the woman develops endometriosis in the scar tissue from the surgery. Still, none of these theories have been proven to be true, and the exact cause is still unknown. Now let's get into some symptoms of endometriosis. The most common symptoms of endometriosis are abdominal pain, pain during sex, infertility, heavy excessive vaginal and or rectal bleeding, and menstrual imbalances. Other symptoms can include rectal pain and pain while defecating. Although symptoms vary from person to person, have you ever heard of silent endometriosis? This is when a woman does not know she suffers from endometriosis because she is asymptomatic. However, these women typically found out when they are trying to conceive and having fertility problems. Speaking of fertility problems, the main complication of endometriosis is fertility. 33 to 50% of women with endo have difficulty getting pregnant. Don't think you may not be able to have a baby, however, because some women have successful pregnancies and no complications although they suffer from endometriosis. It is important to see a doctor or a fertility specialist if you are thinking of getting pregnant, especially if you commonly suffer from the symptoms that I have stated before. So how can Her Sacred Place help you? First and foremost, if you suffer from endometriosis, do not use tampons. Do not use tampons. Do not use tampons as a period product. This will only make the symptoms you may suffer from with your endometriosis worse. I have clients who steam monthly to help with their endometriosis. These clients have reported a lessening of their symptoms. They typically no longer experience pain, heavy bleeding, irregular bleeding, or irregular periods. While I have not had a client admit to me that they are free of endometriosis, the reduction in symptoms is a major accomplishment because endo can wreak havoc on a woman's life. Thank you for listening to this short video about endometriosis and how steaming can help. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below if there are any topics you would like for me to discuss in the future. Until next time, happy steaming.